I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video, and it is a career mode. Now, there are several reasons why I'm doing this. No, it's not just because it's the end of the game and there's nothing else to do, although that, I suppose, is part of it. The other reason is because in FIFA 21, I want to start a career mode from day one. I will have early access on the 1st of October, and I plan to do a career mode. I haven't decided which club I want to do it with yet, whether I want to start in the Premier League, start in the Championship, or even further down. I really don't know. Either way, I know I want to do one. The new implementations that they've got going on with the sim mode is really appealing to me because it means I can sim, watch it sort of Football Manager style, and then dive in and actually help them whenever they need help or if I feel like they need help. And then the other reason is because I just enjoy it. I do like career mode. It's not as in-depth as I'd like it to be, but that's kind of where I'm hoping FIFA 21 can take that further sort of step. This is the team. It is Norwich. I've decided, you know what, let's just try and keep Norwich in the Premier League. That'll be my task for the next few weeks. So, I went after a couple of players, and to say the least, wait, that's not the word I was looking for. I wasn't successful, to say the least. Elliott, Arujo, and Reina, unsuccessful in loaning and buying all of them. Just wasn't working. In the end, I had to sort of lower my sights a little bit. Went for Ezekiel Barco, who in the at the time wasn't a bad signing. Got him for 7.3 million. Fairly young player, good potential. Why not, right? And then I went after Simakan of Strasbourg, 6 million for him. I managed to sort of batter them down a little bit from the initial, but they sort of landed on 6. So we just accepted it in the end. He's a good defender. Why not? He's obviously got good potential as well. I went for Fred. They wanted it all right, actually. They wanted about 15, which I could afford. I just couldn't afford his wages. In the end, I went for Cyprian. We landed on 12.9. I thought that was a decent deal. I tried to lower it a little bit and get it a little bit sweeter for myself, but they were like, do you know what? No, 12.9. So that's what we landed on. Cyprian's in the midfield. Tetty drops to the bench. Simakan comes in, and then Barco, where is he? He's on the bench. I just completely forgot that we had Cantwell. Cantwell and Buendia are both really young, and they both got sort of relatively good potential, right? So why did I buy Barco? To be honest, I don't know. It might have been a waste of money. However, there's always room for depth. He scored there in pre-season. I simmed the whole thing, and the reason for that is because who wants to play a pre-season tournament in FIFA 20? You want to get straight into the meat of the potato, as it were, and you want to just play in the Premier League, right? I'm going to do training that way, just going to sim it rather than playing it. In FIFA 21, I will probably play it because there's a whole system in place for that. The bench is on the left, the team is on the right. I decided to play Barco. He asked me, he said, look, I've been in good form pre-season. Is there any chance I could play? To keep him happy, I decided to play him. Now, this is on legendary difficulty. I was very concerned at the beginning that this was going to be a complete whitewash because they were all over me. I couldn't get near the ball. When I did have the ball, they would press me, as Liverpool do, and I just couldn't get out. Now, I liked it to a certain extent. I thought, well, yeah, okay, that's a little bit worrying, but at the same time, I like it because I don't want to be going into every game thinking, well, I know I can win this. I want to go into every game and think, if I can get a point here, I'll be very happy. It might not be the most exciting thing in the world to watch at times, but just getting enough points to stay up is what I'm looking to do. Now, Barco was unleashed down that left-hand side. Did very well to get the ball into Timo Pukki, who has not been doing very well. Had to drop him for the last 2 games of the pre-season tournament and played Dermich. That is an absolute sitter that he should be burying. And he said before the game, look, I know I've not been in very good form, but can I play? And I thought, well, who else am I going to play? Who am I going to play instead of him? I could play Barco out of position, I suppose, but I guess I'll have to maybe look into that further along down the line. Buendia's got a chance down here, plays a ball in towards Barco, doesn't really work. We nod it back down to Duda, who misses an absolute sitter, and he can't believe it, and neither can I, on the sideline. I've obviously named the manager something really Welshy, and I've made him a really old dude, because why not? Here is Barco, the new boy, and he buries it from distance. That is a very good goal. Goes to celebrate with the Norwich City faithful as well. I'm very happy about that goal, and of course that is his debut. So, well, his Premier League debut. At the break, you can see that we've not done particularly well in terms of possession. We've had a couple of chances, but they've had more. To be fair, they really should have scored a couple of goals. And in the second half, I tried to keep the ball a little bit more. It wasn't easy because they are a very good team at holding the ball. We should have scored there. Unfortunately, we didn't. And the ball comes out. And they have another opportunity. Although we have managed to Liverpool here, because we break away. Barco comes out that left-hand side, plays into the middle to Rupp, back to Barco, into Pukki, little ball back to Duda, up over the top, and the pace of Barco, that's what I wanted. That's why he's in the team. Needed that pace, drags it back to Duda, and that is a goal. And we've just torn Liverpool to pieces, and we've made it 2-1. Now, at this point, part of me was thinking, if I beat Liverpool here, there is absolutely no reason why we can't go on and win the league, which sounds ridiculous because that's not realistic at all. Because if I can beat Liverpool with, I would say, relative ease, it's been difficult, but if I could beat Liverpool with some relative ease, they are the best team in the league, right? So what's stopping me from beating every team in the league? That was my concern. And then I was brought back down to earth when Mane just tucked that home. And it was 2-2. And then from then on, I knew I was going to lose the game. It just did not go, or I didn't think it was going to go my way. Until a moment of brilliance. Ball down that left-hand side to Hernandez on as a sub. Barco now off. Cantwell on. Rupp in there. Plays the ball to Cantwell. Look at that for a turn. Completely does Joe Gomez. And that is a banger of a goal. And we have got a lead going into the final few minutes. And you'll never guess what, we actually managed to hold on to that, and the game finishes 3-2. Now I have a slight concern. We've beaten Liverpool, right? Was it a one-off? I don't know. It's on legendary difficulty. I'm not even sure you can put it on ultimate difficulty in career mode. Can you? If you can, then maybe I will. The problem with that is I will then get rolled every single game. I mean, I'm going to be losing to relegation rivals without a shadow of a doubt. So it's going to come down to what you guys think. I'm thinking personally, I want to play maybe a couple more games on Legendary just to see if it's possible to walk every game. If I go into every game and it's just too easy and we can just beat people comfortably, then I will maybe look to do something about it. If I can't up it to ultimate, then maybe I can move it into like sliders and make it a little bit harder for myself that way. I didn't expect to be able to beat them, to be honest. I honestly thought I was going to struggle. And it wasn't the easiest thing in the world, but it definitely wasn't the hardest. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Should I look to increase the difficulty if possible? And if it's not possible, should I look at the slider aspect of it? But like I said, I'll give it another couple of games. I'll take your comments on board and we'll revisit that tomorrow. There will be some live games, probably not tomorrow's episode. I'm going to try and do this every day. I'll release it first thing in the morning. And we'll go from there. Hopefully this interests you to a certain extent. And if it does, hit the like button. It's basically to get you ready and to get me ready for FIFA 21. Because I want to do a career mode right from the beginning. But I want to be, used to editing and having a sort of a rhythm. And I want the audience, you guys, to be either up for a career mode or not, and then maybe we can attract a few other people who want to watch it as well. But that's kind of what it was. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have done, like I said, can you hit that like button? It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.